Good morning, guys. Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing? I hope you guys are all doing really, really well. Give me a sound check, mic check. Let me know if everything is good. We're going to start a little bit early today. I got so much cool stuff to show you. Where are you guys? Where's my give me a sound check. Let me know you hear me okay. Sound good? Let me know. In chat, please. Yes. How are we looking? Where am I, by the way? All right. You guys are all seeing me. Everybody's good. All right. I got so much cool stuff to show you. I'm in trade here in a new function of my scalper indicator, which is the reverse function. And I'm going to go through all the rules. But before we even get to that, we're going to talk a little bit about how I have adjusted my stops and targets a little bit. I'm going to put that up there in just 1 second here. First of all, hey, everybody. Good morning. Apex just went 80% off today. I just want to let everybody know, make sure you get the new accounts. I am trading. The best thing I did was to go 3 accounts wide so that I'm trading Nasdaq in one, S&P in the other, gold in a third. It's really made such a huge difference because whenever I go tilt, like I always go with tilt on Nasdaq. I went really, really bad tilt on Nasdaq. The greatest thing about that was that this was the only account I made it back, but this was the only account that was like really veering off the path. Whereas S&P and gold have been trading just solid. Now, you guys know I just have a love-hate relationship with Nasdaq anyways. So segregating accounts by product, one of the best things you can do to make sure that you don't keep blowing out accounts. There was a guy yesterday who posted, this was the tilt of all tilts. He, in one day, blew 16 prop accounts. 16. I can't even. I've had some bad days where I've done 1 or 2, but I just can't imagine where you blow 16 in a row. He was he just got really, really stubborn. He'd take really huge size, blow the account, take really, really huge size, blow the account, just to try to beat the market up. Anyways, the greatest defense against that is to segregate the account by instrument so that your worst impulses are only basically curtailed to just one dumb account. And your other instruments, which you're trading really, really well, or that you're good at. Now, by the way, there are people who absolutely love trading Nasdaq and suck at S&P, and that's perfectly okay. Maybe S&P is your horrible account, and your Nasdaq is your shining, knight in shining armor. Whatever it is, having 3 separate accounts is awesome. And today, Apex going 80% off is just great. So go in there, go get yourselves a lockdown, as many accounts as you can, and separate them by product. And you're going to be in really, really great shape. So really, really cool thing that I'm showing you right now is actually the reversal mode in left. So you can see I'm getting sell signals above trend. I'm fading. This is a fade version of the same indicator. It's the same indicator just in reversal mode. Look at this. It's so cool. If you haven't downloaded, I put it into my Discord. See, instead of continuity mode, which is a default mode, it's in reversal mode. So it's giving me all signals, sell signals off the top. And then there is obviously the continuity mode over here in the S&P, which is still giving me a buy signal, which I'm not taking, by the way, over here, because first of all, market, it's 9:15. I generally try not to take signals beforehand. And secondly, because I think it's a little bit overbought here anyways. But the very, very cool thing is that the exact same trading view indicator can give you selling tops, or can give you fade signals, reversal signals, or continuation signals, just simply flipping the switch. To add to which, I finally, after just like endless annoying research, was able to fix all the triangles. So now every triangle is perfect. Every triangle is in really, really good shape. But it doesn't matter. I actually think, that S&P is not a bad reversal signal. Now watch this. I'm going to go into reversal mode. You're going to see something really cool. You see now it gives me, S&P gives me a reversal signal around 23 over here as a potential sell, which is not bad. You know what? Let's take it in my S&P account. Hang on a second. Let me go to my S&P account. Okay. All right. So I'll show it to you in my S&P account. We'll go to the S&P account here, see how well that's doing. So I'm in reversal mode, like actually, in my S&P, reversal mode in my Nasdaq. It works. It doesn't work. It's fine. I'll get bigger later. I'll trade out a little bit later as it goes. So anyways, hang on just one second, guys. My child is back from is in bed here. So make your own breakfast. I'm just texting her because I can't make her breakfast. So order number one, first of all the triangles are working really, really well right now. So there's no more fake triangles, fake signals. The signals are exactly correct. And two, we can now go into reversal mode as well as continuity mode. Right now I'm in reversal mode. So first of all, why am I in reversal mode in kind of both of these things? Granted, I very well may be early. But even if I'm early, it's fine. I'll be able to, to repair the trade on the next reversal signal if it gets away from me. So let me kind of take you back to the continuity mode and talk about what I think is, the key things. So let's go to S&P because that's really sort of my bread and butter indicator. So there's two things that I really, you see, I did a lot of trades in the S&P. All of them worked really, really well. So two things I look for in terms of how do I determine if something is now much more of a reversal signal than it is a continuity signal. Well, first and foremost, if I have three or more continuity signals above the trend line, above the value line, I'm already looking for position. But that's not enough. What I really, really want is I want 3 or 4 signals, a rather big extension above the continuity value line, right? So the value line over here, we're really well above it. After retail sales really popped up hard on the news, retail sales was hotter. The market's really just kind of lifted. Everybody on my feed thinks that we're going to 6,000. I mean, it just looks very, very crowded. But from our technical point of view, it's a matter of space above the value line. And the bigger the space, the more likely I think I'm going to take a reversal. Plus the sequence of how many of the green signals I have. So if I'm looking at this, then what I want to do is, okay, let me see where's my reversal. What would be my reversal signal? The reversal signal is super, super clear. This is basically the buy label, but now in reverse mode. And what I'm looking for is a failure of the buy label. So here's the buy breakout label. Then it would finally starts to show me some weakness by going red. That's where I want to start shorting. It's only once I see some red zones on the 1 minute chart. That's when I want to start shorting off the reversals, because that's telling me the market is running out of juice. And that is what I'm doing right now on the S&P. So I'm short 23s. Now, here's what you guys are going to love. Let me change screens for a second here. I changed all the rules to make it so much easier. Here we go. Okay, so everybody can take a look. You guys see this now? I changed the rules to make the scalping so much easier. Now I'll make a separate issue for NQ because I'm still struggling with NQ. But here's what I realized, and this is I think going to make all of your scalping so much easier. We're trading with 1, 2, 3 negative. That's a really, really steep. It was working, but the problem is that it requires just massive parabolic scaling to try to repair that. Like if you go more than one repair against it, it requires a not a squared but cubed. It requires cubed amount of parabolic. Squared is already very parabolic, but cubed is super parabolic in terms of exponential growth against you. So even if you started with one contract, it got really out of hand very, very fast, and the parabolic losses just kind of skyrocketed. Not to mention the fact that it's a little bit inefficient in terms of, if you're going for $50 target and you're constantly eating, the commission on that, it doesn't matter, commissions don't really matter in prop, but you're still basically like 3 or 4% of every trade was going to be given to a commission. So it became very, very inefficient. So I thought about, let's take a look at the S&P. I thought about what is the area beyond noise? In other words, how much of a zone do you really need on any given trade in terms of your signal that escapes noise, and that when it hits that stop, you're pretty much dead wrong. That the probability that you're wrong is like 90%. In other words, it's actually not going your way, it's reversing. And the reason why I was using 3 was because that was pretty much the area of noise in the S&P. So I realized that if I gave myself even a little bit more room on noise, if I gave myself 4, I could very realistically go for 2, which is why I changed the ES from 1.3 to 2.4. Now, this does 2 things that are radically improves your P&L. First of all, every trade on just one contract becomes a $100 trade, right? So now instead of $50, it's $100. So now instead of making 300 trades, I got to only make 150 to sort of one single trade resolve. I need to make 150 trades to fund the 250, right? Secondly, and this is the other part of it, is that the repair function is much more manageable. You can go 1, 2, and even 4, or no, you would go 1, 2, 6. It's still, because you're doing a 1 to 2 risk reward ratio. It's you still have to parabolically scale, but at third repair, which is the max repair that I would ever do, you're really not. You're losing 1,000 against a $6,500 drawdown. You're nowhere near kind of desperation territory, and it's rare that you would go. You would need 3 repairs on any condition like that. I guess my let's take a look at my. I think my Nasdaq got filled. See, Nasdaq got filled. So it's a Nasdaq reversal. Remember I told you I was short Nasdaq? So the Nasdaq reversal got filled. Done. Okay, so we'll switch over to the S&P. Let's follow our S&P trade here. All right, you guys follow. So you guys following me on the basic methodology of why obviously 1 to 2 is a lot better than 1 to 3, but also why from a P&L point of view, from repair point of view, from scalability point of view, all of those things really work in your favor, and still give you ample room to control your risk, right? I think I'm going to, let me see where I'm at. I'm going to exit out. I'm going to exit out just because, we're market open. I don't want it to spike up against me and just unnecessarily stop me out. I got 3/4 of my way out. But With Apex, the best in terms of risk reward cost structure, the most favorite account is 50,000, right? That's the most favorite account. But I'm using 250s because I'm trying to really climb the mountain. I've funded many 50s. I've funded many 25s and 50s are the absolute bread and butter. Those are the best accounts, easiest to fund. You can, the risk reward ratios are really, really good. This is a much, much harder journey, but I'm trying it because I kind of set this up there. Yeah, this rule is definitely much, much better for repair purposes. No doubt. So I leave the number to you. I generally, if I were to sort of be completely transparent or honest about it, if I'm starting out, if I'm doing 250 because I like the challenges, or because I'm a glutton for punishment. But if I'm starting out and I just want to optimize my chances of funding the account, I do 50s. I do 50s because it's only 3,000 up, $2,500 down. And at 50, this is a key thing. As long as and again, you have to know which product you trade. But this is my own personality. This is how I would do it if I was a completely, if you sort of say to me, okay, Boris, you want to get funded, what would be your best game plan given your personality, given what you do? So by far, my best product is the S&P. I'd get the 50 account. I could trade one S&P contract at $100 profit, no problem, and go 3 times parabolic. So I can go 1, 2, 6. I have up to 10 contracts on the 50,000. If I go 6, my maximum loss would be what? 200, 400, and then 1,200. So that's 1,800, right? So if I get stopped out 3 times in a row, which I don't intend to do, but if I get that, I still survive the P&L because the P&L is minus 2,500 and it's the worst is minus 1,800 at 3. But presuming I don't, I'm just cranking, it only takes me 30 trades, which is if I'm doing 10 trades a day, 3 days. If I'm doing 5 trades a day, 6 days, and I get funded on 50. That would be my game plan of how I would do it. All right. By the way, you see why I covered it, because I knew this bullshit was going to spike out on the open and come back down. I totally would have survived the stop, but it doesn't matter. I just wanted to do this. So point number 1 today, stops targets changed. Point number 2, we now can trade against the trend as well as with the trend with the same indicator, right? Point number 3, all the proper trade entry signals have been fixed. So I've had a pretty productive 24 hours. Point number 4, if you want the coaching, it's totally. Here's the link to the coaching. It's totally discounted for you. Kathy, totally discounted for you. Now, here's a cool thing that I want to show is so any questions on any of this stuff, because I'm bombarding you with a whole bunch of stuff today, and I want to make sure everybody's is on board. Anything? You guys are all good? So we start, we open the day with 2 reversal trades, both of them hit. $100 on the S&P is actually $200 on Nasdaq. Because remember, Nasdaq now is like a 10 target, 20 stop. Now, I will tell you this: I'm cheating on Nasdaq. I fucking hate Nasdaq. So what I do on Nasdaq is I actually have an 8 target, 20 stop. You probably should, if you're trading Nasdaq for real, you should be trading it at 10, 20. But I'm trading it with 8, 20. Trying to kind of keep it. Gold works really beautiful on this, by the way. Let's take a look at gold. We don't have a signal on gold just yet today. So I'm in. This is reverse mode. I obviously want to go into continuity mode today on gold because gold is right above the. So you see how? Oh, gold just gave me a signal. Let's go gold long gold if I have time. 53 gold. Buy market. All right, let's see. Let's see. Now gold is a 1 to 2. Now it's $1, $2. Let me go to gold product. Here's gold. So I am long. Basically, I'm looking at 7017 is my target, right? So what I do here, this is, we're buy signal. I'm in continuity mode. I got the signal over here. Trade was 703, 704. Well, we'll see. $2 stop. It may not work, but it's fine. And if it doesn't work, then we're going to go into repair mode on gold, and I'm going to gold is retracing. Gold has been very, very choppy today. It's been hard to find decent continuity signals. There was a great continuity signal here, but here, so I got clipped on gold. Very, very sort of a weak trend up. Gold is having a hard time because the retail sales came out strong, which means that rates are unlikely to be cut anytime soon. But more importantly, gold is clearly having a hard time at this 27. This is brand new level. It's just finding itself very, very, very difficult to clear it. So this is a good chance for us to see what would I do now to repair the strategy, right? So remember, I'm in continuity mode. There's no reversal mode here. We're not far away from the moving average, everything else. Right now, my job is to trade continuity in the most intelligent way possible. So if I'm stopped on my first entry, right, my repair setup is actually the next label trade. So if I get a sell label, I'm going to just short the sell label, not the trade, not the follow-on trade, but the label trade. Because the reason my thought pattern on all of this is there's two things that are going to happen right now. Either it's going to just collect steam and try to rally back up, or it's really, really, truly failing. And if it's truly failing, it's going to give me a sell signal underneath the value proposition, and that sell signal is going to have continuity, and I'm going to short the sell signal. So I don't, because all I'm looking to do is just repair the trade. So I'm going to try and repair the trade at two size here on a sell signal if I can get the if I get the signal. In the meantime, S&P just turned a little bit negative, broke the value line. We remain here. So here's the cool thing about how to read the chart. The chart was a beautiful trade on continuity all the way from 6 o'clock. It was nice and close to the value proposition. You had winner here, winner here, winner here, and then it really, really skyrocketed, and it offered you a really interesting reversal trade, and it gave you a great reversal trade right over here. Right over here at this trade, and just worked like a charm, right? Now everything is dropping like a stone. I actually think the market is really due for a pretty serious correction. I'm going to be looking for some continuity sell trades in all of this. Let's watch gold here for a second. Gold is not doing anything, and Nasdaq is not doing. Nasdaq really, look at this crush, 580 to 430, massive sell setup. So actually, what's going on here now? We're going to be, we are in sell setup mode, which means that once we get a chance to get a red triangle, we're going to sell the continuity mode. So again, very, very close to value proposition. All these are pretty good trend trades, right? We have news. So obviously you stop at news, and you have a massive extension on news I actually post news. I did trade this trade on a continuity. So post news, you did have 4 or 5 buy labels in a row, right? But then you have news. Then you had the trade here was 35. Yeah, this worked. I barely survived this. This worked over here, and it had one last continuity thing, and then you had a huge move above. When you move above the moving average with lots and lots and lots of buys behind you, that means the trend is getting very, very tired, and you start looking for fade ideas. And obviously, I had a fade. Went into fade mode here, into reversal mode right over here. This was the trade. I shorted this, and that worked really, really well. By the way, don't ever make the mistake. This is a really, really stupid mistake of trying to do a fade mode really, really close to, like you see, if you were trying to, buy a recovery market here, really, really stupid. You want to give it, quite a lot of time underneath before you start thinking about, reversal buy signals, if you're going to do any reversal buy signals. Right now is a time for continuity signals for us, and that's what we're going to be doing. Okay, here's some continuity trades. Let's see what gold is doing for us. If gold goes buy label, I will be buying gold. Remember what I said. On a repair trade, I'm going to take the label, not the follow-on trade as my signal, because I'm going to believe that the momentum going to continue. What is the condition must be to print the label? Those are a little proprietary. Hey, 007, are you not looking at the chart? Are the stops here? Oh, in ticks, please. No, I can't. You make your own ticks. Come on, guys. You should be, if you're trading prop, you should know how much each point is on each tick. Okay, it's 4 ticks. No, it's 8 ticks, 16 ticks in the S. Okay, come on. I can't babysit you on everything. Okay, I don't have room to do ticks. Is it clear to everybody as what the stops and targets are? And are you, knowledgeable enough about futures to understand how many ticks there are for each thing? By the way, this is also for CFDs. So that's another reason that that you need to. That's why I didn't put ticks, because CFDs, points are going to be different. So, anyways. This is the rating coins for the first 2 trades of the day. All right, let's put the apex up here. Put rating money. Apex over here. Okay. Any questions? Anything else going on over here? Anything else going on your thoughts? So again, summarizing. The scalper can now trade both trend scalps and reversal scalps. The triangles are all perfectly fixed. The stops and targets have been changed to a much more manageable risk-reward ratio. All those things are definitely working in our favor. All right, I'm watching gold, because if I get a buy set up, I'm gonna go long gold. I'm in my gold account. Am I in my gold account? Let me make sure that I am. Am I in my gold account? Kind of just hunting the repair trade. I don't have any. We don't have any other trades. We did the 2 perfect reversal trades off the open. Now we can watch and relax. By the way, so people are asking me, like, another thing that people ask me is what are the absolute best time to trade scalper? And I looked at the charts. I'll show it to you. Literally the best time, like the most amount of signals, both either reversal or continuity, with the cleanest, most accurate resolution. This really surprised me. Is actually like 10 to 2 at like the outside hours. But if you really, really want to be sharp about it, it's like 11 to about 13:30, like, or 11 to 1. 11 to 1, that 2-hour time frame, which used to be the sleepy lunch hour time frame, everybody would go. That's when you get real one-way moves in the market, and that's when scalper shines, either in reversal mode when it overextends, because 2 things happen. Either you start out and you get a strong trend from like 9:30 to about 11, and then you get a reversal moves that you can really trade well on the scalper, or you get just choppy bullshit to 11, which is what we've been suffering through for the last couple of days. And Then the real trend breaks out after 11, and you get 2, 3, 4 continuous winners, and you just boom, boom, boom. You're just making money left and right on every instrument. So it's really interesting to kind of think about that as far as trading goes. I know we still trade the New York Open, but the New York Open actually is a tough trade to do. The cleanest, best trades are like at 11 o'clock at night. 11. Those are times that are Eastern times, right? Eastern times, exactly. I'm talking New York time. I'm sorry, I'm always talking New York time, right? The world. Understand that for Americans, the world revolves around America, and for New Yorkers, the world revolves around New York. Okay, and then didn't you guys ever see the where's that famous New Yorker? Let's look at this New Yorker cover about New York. Let's see if we can find it. This is how people in Manhattan see the world. See, there's 9th Avenue, 10th Avenue, Hudson River, Jersey, Pacific Ocean, and the rest of the world. That's how the world see. That's how we see the world. So when I'm talking hours, I'm always talking New York hours. Yeah. I know, 2 a.m. Australian time. Chicago. No, Chicago time is great too. Chicago is like my second favorite city. Great city. Although, Jesus, when I'm seeing when I see videos from Chicago right now, I love the city, but I don't know if it's just bullshit videos, but it looks like hellscape every day. Is it really that bad, Sweetwater, or is it it's just all bullshit? Social media that I'm seeing. Like the last video I saw was people literally ripping. Oh, here we go. Buy setup on the gold. Let's see if this holds. If it does, we're going to go long on this trade. Let's see if this thing going to play itself out. No signal. It's 30 seconds left. They did buy it pretty impressively here underneath. I mean, they refused to let this thing die. All right, let's see what gold wants to do. So no signals yet on the breakout label. All right, we'll let it play out. So I'm looking for nothing here. S&P doesn't have any continuities. Nasdaq has a continuity sell trade if I get a move into the red zone over here. And I'm watching gold here on the thing. So that's what's going on. It's all BS. Yeah, I kind of got the feeling. But I did see people that's just literally vandalizing a train in the Chicago train yards, and I was like, Jesus, it looks like Mad Max. Ran away without a signal. All right. Well, this is in a way, it's pretty good for us because this is obviously the big resist on gold today, and if gold decides to break out, through this zone, maybe we go to 210. I mean, gold continues to perform, right? Here's NAS. I'm looking for NAS. Nothing much going on here. What is it? 9:45. So on and so forth. Not much going on here just yet. What do you guys think? Oh, let's do a little poll while I'm dicking around. Let me see. Will you use the reversal function, reversal mode in Scalper? That's actually interesting. I'm curious It's actually a hidden personality question. Please answer that question. Even if you're not using my indicator, please answer the question, because I'm just curious if you could use my indicator. By the way, if you want the indicator, no. Dr. D, it's go to Discord. The last message in Discord is the link. You can go, just click on that. Okay. There's nothing more complicated than literally clicking on the link and adding to your favorites. Or if you already have it, you just simply need to refresh it. I uploaded it. It's going to say, the uploaded version is going to say BK Scalp Trader 2-way. Once you have that, you have the latest version. I just put up the link to our Discord if you want to join us. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm going to get rid of the old indicator, because obviously it's confusing people. I was just simply keeping it there for archive purposes. But people are getting confused. The original one was Scalp Trader. This one is Scalper. This one's called Scalp Trader. I know it's confusing. The old indicator just simply is going to go. If you want it, you'll have to just contact me privately, because I'm just going to blow it out off the thing, because otherwise it's just getting people confused. All right, nothing going on here. Where's gold? Gold's still rocking, breaking through this level here, right? So they're really trying to push it here. Let's see where we want to go. Well, not much going on here. You can get the indicator by joining my Discord. Here's the discount link. I just put the link into chat, okay? Oh, look at you guys. Look at you bastards. I can't believe I worked my ass off for this reversal, and only 65% of you are going to use it? No, I'm just kidding. It's fine. This is a super interesting poll. Please vote in this poll. I'm really, really interested. Here's why I'm interested in this poll. Because this isn't about whether you get to use it or not. I mean, I would have made it for myself alone, but I know there's plenty of degenerates in the room that they're going to use this to their heart's content. It's much more really a question about what kind of a personality you are. So I answer this honestly, and there is no right or wrong way. I don't mean to bully you into saying yes. Actually, if you don't use it, say no, honestly, because that will determine actually a lot. That will help you a lot. How you answer this question will help you a lot in how you should be trading and how you should be using my tools. So keep answering, and I'll get into that a little bit more. And I think you'll find, hopefully we'll find it interesting and valuable. All right, what do we got here? We got dick all. Nothing going on here. No signals in S&P. NAS. Nothing. Gold. Okay. We just hang and wait. So watching everything going on here. So I really, actually, the other question I have, which we're going to finish up this poll. So the poll is kind of ending up, and this is the interesting thing that I kind of wanted to talk to you about here. Oh, hang on just one second, guys. I want to check my algo. Interesting. Okay. Algo's been trading really, really well this morning too. If you're saying no to trading reversal, that means you're essentially a trend-based trader, right? And you're going to do super well. Not just so. Let me give you an example of how you could really optimize my indicator. You are the type of person that will have very, very good success with trading and holding long-term trend trades. So what's going on over here? Why is this like not painting? Oh, it's just I think TradingView is just really, really tired. So look what's happening in the S&P from 2 o'clock in the morning today, right? We break into trend and we literally never violate the long-term trend. So you could take the trade here, you could take the trade here, you could trade at 4 o'clock in the morning. And if you are the kind of person that likes to trade, to hold trades for a long, long time, not just for 2 points, but maybe for 10 points, you could essentially get long here, ignore any kind of short-term retrace attempts, and as long as it's above the value line, right, you may be able to target 10 points, 20 points on this move before it kind of here it is, touches the value line. And then the other thing is it bounces off the value line, gives you a couple of more really good trend signals into the final peak over here, right? And my point is that as a trend trader, you don't have to limit yourself to a small scalp trade, or you could if you want to, if you just simply can't hold on for a long time. But as a person who's a reversal trader who likes to pick tops and bottoms, I think the very nature of somebody who's a reversal trader is that they're looking for short, quick bursts of price action to capitalize on, right? So I'm actually watching Nasdaq because we may possibly have a reversal, a sell continuity set up here. It possibly set up. I'm not holding my breath. Gold is still choppy, but gold starts clearing this zone, right? And if it sends us a buy, here it is. There it is, sending us a buy setup signal here, 54 seconds. Okay, let's watch gold here. We are going to go. Where am I? I am in my gold account, and I'm just waiting to make sure the buy signal holds. So gold cleared all of this overnight levels, and now it's a question of whether it can extend the move, right? Doesn't look like it so far. No trade for us. Hey, mediation, I just put the link up there. Okay, you can get the indicator by joining my my group. There's a discount link over there, so please go ahead and join it if you like. Okay, but now buy label on the next label. Let's see if the buy label holds. $37. Hmm. 10 seconds left. The buy label is holding 5. I'm gonna wait until it totally prints. Okay, printing. I'm long 401, targeting 501. All right, let's see if this is going to work for me. The high is actually 55705 on the trade. Let's see if this works. I'm literally one tick above the day's highs. Sorry. While I was watching gold, I missed the sell in Nasdaq, which would have been 48 right here. 26 would have been an easy win in Nasdaq. But sorry, I'm just trying to resolve the gold trade with you because I wanted to show you how to do a resolution. It's fine. There'll be plenty. There'll be plenty more Nasdaq trades for us down the sides. I kind of want to just kind of get you an idea, give you the mechanics of the resolution, and then we'll work from there. Alas, 407, 501. Come on, baby. Done. All right. So, half a loaf better than none. So, again, stopped. The next trade was going to be on the buy setup. So, hopefully, here's the thing that that I really like. Where did I see this? Okay, I got to show this. This was a really good tweet today, and the reason I wanted to show this to you, Jim. Let me find Jim O'Shaughnessy's. Oh man, where is this? Oh no, here. I want to do this. Jim. I want to find his. He's a great guy. I follow his feed all the time, but he posted something today that's very. Here it is, Jim O'Shaughnessy. Okay. So where is Jim O'Shaughnessy's feed? Really? It wasn't him? Oh man. Let me go find this feed. If I can't find it, I'll summarize the tweet for you. But it was a really good tweet. Oh, really? Wow. Did you guys see this? Holy shit. Is that right? Wow. There's no confirmation, but this is really interesting. If Sinwar was assassinated. That is crazy. Where did I see this tweet? It was so good. All right, I can't find it. Anyways, I'm going to summarize, the idea here because it was a really smart idea. So I forgot who. Maybe I'll find it for you guys next week. I know you guys have a really great espresso. So here's what I wanted to kind of just focus on it with you. Is that somebody said that they consider a mistake in trading when you don't follow your rules. And if you don't have your rules written down, then you're just basically trading mistakes, right? Now, I'm not a guy who writes shit down. You guys know I'm a visual person. I fucking hate writing stuff down. However, I write them down in code, which is in many ways better, right? It's better to write code that essentially has the rules than, have rules on a nice little piece of paper, which you can ignore. So my whole point is what you saw me doing here was trading my rules, was trying to not do mistakes. I thought that was a really interesting insight about successful trading. Successful trading is following your rules. And if you don't have rules written down, and they can be written down in a million different ways. They can be written down visually because it's all about communication. It's not about a specific textual output. It's about having a if A, then B mindset, which, by the way, the book that I'm reading on human evolution and how we became the most dominant organism in the world, literally the only thing that makes us dominant in the world is that we can truly do far more than any other animal in the world. The idea of if A, then B thinking. That's what creates civilization. That's what creates success. So this was if A, if I get stopped out here, then B, I'm going to go long the label, boom, 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 trade done, so on and so forth, right? Just wanted to kind of instead of just me randomly trading without any forethought, instinctually trading. Like actually, this was there was a guy yesterday. I wanted to find this for you where I put this. It was really, really funny. Here it is. So this guy, look at this. He wrote, "This is my worst trading day ever. I probably broke top step record for most combine resets in a single day. 16 resets at $150,000 combines because he was just completely going." Now, I told you, I appreciate the guy. I've been there. I've certainly felt the that cycle. But if you think about that, what are you doing when you're blowing, account after account after account? You're actually acting like a dog, in that's cornered in a dangerous environment. You're acting instinctually, right? You are going down to your base animal level, which is okay. I mean, we are all animals, but the point is, why do we fail in trading? Is because we act like animals. We move away from if A then B mindset into purely instinctual. I will fight to the death, doing the same stupid thing over and over again, hoping I can survive this moment in time. Organism function. We're literally like a rabid dog, out of control. I am, right? So like that's a really, really interesting thing. The two thoughts that I thought were very interesting from Twitter. One is that if you don't have it written as a rule set, every trade you're making is a mistake. And then when you go on tilt, you're just, what helped us evolve into civilization was this higher level thinking of if A then B, the cognition in our brain where we could play scenarios in our brain without actually instinctually reacting to every negative stimuli in the environment, which is really what we're doing. Oh, look at this. Yeah, the fucker is dead. Thank God. All right, so Yahya Sinwar is dead. That's good news today. That might bring the market to 6,000. But anyways, that's it. Now we have, okay, so now we actually, I'm just watching gold. Now we actually have like a legitimate continuity trade if this thing goes green triangle, but it's not. It's coming back down. Nasdaq has a second, sell setup. This is a pretty decent sell setup. So a red triangle here would get me a trade, and S&P, my favorite trade, has a sell setup. So now we can actually trade a little bit of continuity here and see what happens. Yeah, somebody premise is saying if A then B thinking is what makes AI replaceable in the future. 100%. AI is essentially if A then B, at a billion times per second, with Bayesian algorithm built in. It's literally what it is, which is exactly how our brain works too. Exactly. But it's hard. I mean, have we all acted like a dog? Absolutely. And I love dogs. I have 3 dogs, but I'm just saying, we've all acted that way. Where we've lost, we just act when we say we act impulsively, it's really us acting instinctively. It's where we are acting on our base on our most primitive stimuli of fight, fight or flight instinct, rather than analyzing the situation in a rational manner. All been there, right? Okay, nothing clean on the on this. Well, although it might turn into a buy setup a little bit later on gold. We did take out. It was interesting. We did take out the highs and kind of just died out on gold a little bit. Nasdaq starting to turn negative. Everybody printing robots for me. Yeah. All right, don't forget, just a reminder, those of you who are joining late, Apex went back to 80% discount. Go nail those accounts. As I said to you, the single best thing I did in terms of this is a great example of A then B, right? Thinking, if I blow out my accounts because I let one bad instrument trade. So in other words, I love trading S&P, but I'm trading Nasdaq as well, or I take a spontaneous trade in YM or whatever, pollute my results, and then I get very, very angry and I blow up that account, right? Good example of A then B thinking. Then the solution here is to create separate accounts for each instrument. That way, I am never triggered, into a downward cycle of the trade, right? I mean, I know that we all should be better. We all should know better. We all should have control. That's not how life works. We all have to create strategies that help us control our Welsh impulses. And in order to do that, we have to really know ourselves. That's what makes trading so great, is it will tell you more about yourself than your relationship with a person. 100%. You will learn more about yourself from trading than you will ever from your marriage or relationship you have with a person. Because we're always, on our best behavior or hiding ourselves. We're never on our best behavior with the market. We're our true asshole selves with the market. So you really, really get to know who you are when you're trading. All right, I am getting let me see if I can. Oh, I just dropped something. Hang on a second. Is sell setup I'm watching. Okay, so Nasdaq is setting up as a sell signal. Let me go into my Nasdaq account. Sell market. Okay, let me show you. Hang on a second. I'm in my Nasdaq account, super fast market trade here. I sold 87 and I'm targeting, I guess, 79. Yeah, this is my trade. Oh, wow. This is a fast trade. Jesus. Okay. So again, Nasdaq is a 20 stop, 10 target, but I'm using a 8 target, and I'm done. And we're done. There we go. So another nice trade. Let's do a little coin, especially since Nasdaq. Jesus Christ, Nasdaq is just the bane of my existence. But that was another nice clean trade. And again, good. All right, stop this bullshit. Okay, enough. Another good example of just me focusing on the rule, right? What's the rule? Let's go through the let's actually do the replay of the rule, right? This is a good. Let's do slow replay so people can see what I'm doing on the rule. So the replay of the rule is the following. Oops, I'm not. We get the sell setup, right? And then I'm just going to go bar by bar. The sell setup, and then we need a green zone and then a red zone. Green zone and then a red zone. So now this is the setup. This is the triangle. You see how the triangle makes it perfectly? So I'm short on the close of this candle. 20 stop, 10 target, boom, and we're done, right? So this was 95. I actually shorted 87. It was really, I was a little bit late on the entry, and it dropped all the way to 65. To take a trade. We can now look at S&P. Now S&P is setting up again. Is also setting up for me. So now S&P has a sell setup. Green zone. If we get a red triangle, we're going to go short the S&P, right? So I'm going to my S&P account. Let's reset my S&P account. Okay, here's my S&P, and we will trade the S&P if it gives us the opportunity. Cool. You guys following the sequence? Now today we actually did a couple of reversal trades, but we're really doing primarily continuity trades. But the beauty is that at the end, depending how the day goes, we might be able to do some reversal trades at the end of the day. I just think that here's the point. We set up a trade. Let's just be really, really conservative. The truth is, it's probably one clean trade setup every 30 minutes per instrument, right? But let's just say, it's one per hour, and we have we're going to trade 5 hours in a market. So there's 5 possible clean setups in the S&P, 5 possible clean setups in Nasdaq. If you're just doing 2 of those, and 5 in gold, so that's at $100 a setup. That's $1,500 possible trades. That doesn't count the reversal setups, which is probably 2 or 3 really clean reversal setups. Now, if you're trading from European morning, from 4 o'clock in the morning New York time till noon New York, or 1 or 2 New York, you got that 8 hours of time. And the thing about it is you can come back to it, join in, come back out, because you don't have to take every single trade. You have so many interesting opportunities. You absolutely have a really reasonable chance to I'm watching Nasdaq here, guys. Excuse me, I'm watching S&P here for a possible signal. So if it goes red, we're gonna get a signal here in the S&P. So far nothing. And this is the other thing is, you see me, I'm not doing anything until I get the signal. Until the signal's there, I'm just watching the market. It's clear that they're kind of, that 5,900 now is support. Everybody trying to see if they're going to rally it off the support, if it's worth the rally. Andy was saying to me that somebody was saying that they were taking reversal trades right away. I'll leave it to you. This is the beauty of the indicator. You guys can adopt it anyway. But certainly, if you thought, okay, this is pretty, steep pull, it's 20 points away from the value line. The reversal signal was actually quite good, right? It's a pretty good reversal signal here, 95 all the way to 98. You could have taken that. Since it's the first signal off the once we broke the line. Remember, my rule set for all of this is first 2 or 3 red labels below the value line, or first 2 or 3 green labels above the value line. I'm giving the benefit to the continuation mode. And then after that, I'm going to start looking for possible reversal mode ideas. But, you could do them right away. It works really, really well. So the beauty of it is, whether you do it one way or the other way, there's a very structured, logical, intelligent signaling apparatus behind this that gives you the edge, right? That gives you the clean edge. And now with a 1 to 2 instead of a 1 to 3, you really have a much better edge. Oh, we got a signal here. Okay, cool. Oh, did I miss this trade? Fuck me. Sorry, guys. I was watching. So this is the only problem is when I'm doing one. Usually I have 2 charts on the going at the same time. So this was a clean. We could have had another winner in gold. So I missed that one. It happens. So be it. I want to go continuity mode in here, because I'm looking for a red. Looking for a red in the S&P right now. So I have maybe 2 or 3 buy labels. I would consider one more buy signal. If I get a buy signal here in gold, I will trade that. I will. But we'll see. Sorry, I'm just checking my algo here. All right, cool. All right, S&P, show me a possible sell. Does it hold? Yes. I'm short on this candle. Where am I? I'm short 95.75. 4-point leeway may retrace on me. It's fine. If it doesn't work, we'll try to repair it later on. Let's see if we can survive the noise. I did, when I was looking at this, I was concerned that this was, we're kind of selling into the lows here because this was the low of the S&Ps, but it is what it is. We're going to let the price action go. Let's see if we get a little bit more continuity to the downside here. Meantime, I'm watching the buy continuity trade in gold as a possibility. Yeah, so S&P really held a bit. This was the last of the. We'll see, but this looks like they really held the bottom here. So again, what is my repair strategy here? The repair strategy would be the next label. If the next label is a sell label, great. If this thing just rallies all the way through to above the value line, it becomes a buy label. I'll be doing a buy. I'll be doing a buy if I need to do repair. Right now, I'm still on the edge of surviving this stop, but I may have to eat this trade. Oh, okay. We eat the trade, and now we wait for the next sequence in order for us to repair this trade. Meantime, we can watch gold and what's going on with Nasdaq here. All right, so we made the money on Nasdaq. It's a nice clean trade here. Not much going on here. Nasdaq, I need a new sell label and a new continuity trade here, or maybe they're going to rally all the way back up. So really, the only thing that we need to be watching for here is S&P and possibly a buy signal in gold. So I'm just watching gold here. Yeah, the problem is with putting too many charts on the screen is that it gets very very crowded on the screen for me. So I'm just watching my algo here. So I'm reluctant to do that. I only trade. Well, no, I trade three. I trade gold, I trade S&P, I trade Nasdaq, but Nasdaq kind of half-heartedly. Okay, gold looking possibly as a signal. Let's go into the gold account. $35 seconds on gold. Gold is obviously coming up against that big resist, but third label, I'm willing to give it the benefit of the doubt here. If it holds, it's got to hold, and it doesn't hold. So no trade on gold for me. Yeah, gold not holding. All right, S&P starts rallying up. Gold not really giving me a signal, so nothing much really going on here, guys. See if there's any news going on over here. All right, I'm going to weigh in on the Trump tariff thing in a non-political way because everybody has their politics, but I just want to explain why so much of conventional economic thinking is absolutely wrong, and why, by the way, if you really want to follow a smart guy, let me give you his name. Oh, where's Marco? Here it is, Marco Popic. Great geopolitical strategist. wrote a good book called Author of Geopolitical Alpha, Marco Papic. Literally the only guy I listen to when I need long-term forecasts in the market. He's just one of the smartest, intelligent guys. A lot of really, really smart guys on Twitter follow him. Anyways, here's what Marco said. I just want to kind of explain to you. He's talking about here called the heretical prophecy. His basic argument is that this whole thing with, sorry, let me just go back to, I'm just watching gold here, right? So let's watch gold, see if it shows up as a signal for us. His whole argument is that, okay, gold maybe looking like a trade for us. Give it just 1 second. Buy market. All right, we're in gold. Which am I in the gold account? No, here's the gold account. We're in the gold account, targeting 7056. Okay, 7056. Let's see if we can get there. All right, let's see if this goes. Marco's point is that Trump's whole tariff thing is all about forcing China to build factories in the U.S., which is a really, really smart thing. Gold gets done. Okay, see that again. Nice quality trade, gold gets done. And that is a smart analysis of what might happen, right? If that's the case, you're going to have massive manufacturing renaissance on board here, because the Chinese, just like the Japanese, just like the Germans, are gonna be forced to manufacture here if they want to sell here. So that brings in a huge amount of material, product, engineering, everything on board. So every fucking idiot who tells me that tariffs are negative for the market is not really thinking about what the game plan is. Now, whether it's Trump himself or the people behind him are actually thinking this, the point is that you got to think beyond the headlines when you're trying to analyze these things as a macro strategist. And that's what makes it, so interesting. So Marco, my really, really good follow, if you want to follow him on Twitter. Okay. All right, guys. We had a good day today. Let me get Mark. What's Marco's? Let me hang on a second. Let me get his. It's Geopopic. I'm gonna put his follow. So somebody may disagree with me. It's totally fine. I agree. What I'm saying to you is, if you analyze the word tariff on its actual meaning, not on what the strategy is behind. Oh man, what's going on here? I'm having shit. Sorry, my Twitter. Hang on a second, guys. Let me get my Twitter organized here so I can give you the see. Yeah, you hear what I'm saying to you? I'm not talking about the actual meaning of how tariffs work. I'm talking about the strategy behind that, which is how you need to think, one step behind of what's really, really happening there. Okay, so let me give you Marco's. Anyways, you can agree or disagree. You should all follow Marco as an analyst. He's really, really good. Sorry, I think I finally got this. There it is. Okay, so I'm putting his handle in the chat. All right, my friends, really good day today. We rock and rolled. We nailed gold. We nailed Nasdaq. We do have to resolve. We have one dangling thing, which means we've got to resolve S&P, but that may take another 20, 30 minutes. We're overall really followed plan today to spec. Boom, boom, boom. Every trade was to plan. Let me give you my final discount numbers. Make sure you guys nail the Apex, because it went to 80% today again. And let me give you my own link numbers and my own coaching. Okay, those are all my final links. Any final questions on your mind? Happy to take any more questions. Okay, yeah, people, you can totally disagree with me. Again, I'm not making the argument that tariffs are not paid by the U.S. side. The actual logistical argument of tariffs. Okay, what I'm talking about is, if you think about, which is what Marco is arguing, that the conversation on tariffs. Let me just let me flip the whole argument on tariffs the other way. If tariffs were truly bad, why did President Biden keep every single tariff that Trump held, because they're not an economic transactional good. They're basically a political negotiation good for other economic goods. That's the whole point. That's the whole point. And I know Smoot-Hawley, and I know the Great Depression, and I know everything else, and I totally agree that free trade is best. But just as free trade is an ideal, and actually competitive trade is the reality of life. That's why Europeans have tariffs. That's why the Chinese have tariffs. I mean, I'm all for not having tariffs if the Chinese let us have complete and total control of their economy. If they let Starbucks operate as a full Starbucks instead of having to do partnership deals. If they let Ford and GM run their own businesses instead of having to share 49% of it with a Chinese partner. I mean, that's the point. The point is we live in a real world, not a bullshit world. And in a real world, you got to bitch slap our partners into cooperation. So that was the argument there, which is kind of an interesting argument. That's all it is. I'm not making any political arguments. I just thought it was interesting. Anyways, regardless of whatever arguments we make, the trading arguments are very solid. We held the rule sets. We made all the money today. The algo now the indicator now gives you really clean. Look how nice these triangles are. They're all precise. They're all at the right place, and it can go reverse, which is really, really good. So hope you guys really enjoyed it. Been a good week for us. Everybody come back next week. Next week, Kay is not here Monday, so I think I'm going to do it alone. We're going to do. And she's probably going to. She's not going to do the market preview. I'll ask her what she wants to do because she's in California. But I'm going to trade. I'm going to live trade with you guys next week, hardcore, because I think we're really fine tuned everything as far as indicators go. And now it's just simply let's run those 3 accounts to target. That's the game plan. You won't, Adolfo. You won't find this indicator on TradingView. It's private. You can only get it from me directly if you join our group. Here's the discount to join me. Okay, so if you want to join me, here's a discount to get the indicator. Okay, enjoy it. All right, awesome guys. We are kind of middling on through, but let's see if we start establishing some trends here. We tested. Look at it. We tested 900 a couple of times, right? Really interesting that we tested 900 a couple of times. Let's see what happens as the day progresses. The bulls are getting really arrogant, really, really arrogant. So, but I've learned long ago not to let my opinion guide my actions. I let my setup guide my actions. So we'll trade my setup. Thank you guys. Everybody, been a really, really wonderful day. I'm really glad that we're able to incorporate gold into our mix now by segregating 3 accounts. The most important thing I can tell you is get as many accounts as possible. Segregate by instrument. It'll make your life a lot easier. Use the indicator on a rules-based only function, and try not to be the rabid dog that we all are. Try not to act instinctually. God knows I do that all the time. But if we can stay with A/B thinking, we can really, really do well in trading. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Everybody have a wonderful day. I'll see you guys next week. Everybody in BK, we are having our private session tomorrow. Looking forward to it. All right. Thank you, guys. Enjoy.